So you're thinking about starting a German tech podcast.
That's great.
Yeah.
But first things first,
Yeah,
you need a killer name.
right.
And you sent in some really interesting ideas.
We've got 6 of them to go through.
Technik and Innovation, Digitaler Compass, Zukunft,
Tech, Talk of Deutsch, Technologie für alle, and
Tech Welt Deutschland. Each one's got a kind of different vibe, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So let's dive into these and see what they're all about.
Sounds good.
More than just what we see on the surface.
For sure, because a name is so important for a podcast.
It's like the first impression you give to your listeners, you know?
Yeah.
It tells them what you're all about, what they can expect.
And it's got to grab the right people's attention.
Okay, so let's start with Technik and Innovation.
It's classic, solid, kind of academic even.
Mm-hmm.
But will it stand out in the huge world of podcasts out there?
Well, Technik and Innovation definitely has that broad appeal,
It tells people you're covering the big advancements.
both in Germany and globally.
Oh.
Things like AI.
Robotics, biotech, cutting edge stuff.
Yeah.
The kind of things that are making headlines and shaping our future.
This name could attract all sorts of listeners
From tech enthusiasts to professionals.
looking for industry insights, you know?
Gotcha. So it's like a trusted news source, but with a focus on...
That wow factor of innovation.
Exactly.
All right, next we have Digital Compass.
A compass. Interesting.
It gives a sense of guidance, right?
Yeah.
Especially in a world that can be super complex.
But what specific challenges would this podcast help?
German tech enthusiasts navigate.
That's a great question.
In the German context, you could be talking about navigating data privacy.
All those regulations that are constantly changing.
Right.
Or helping listeners find the best German tech resources.
Cutting through all the English content out there.
Digital or Compass makes the podcast a trusted source.
A helping hand in a world that can be complex and confusing.
So it's about making the digital world in Germany a little less scary.
A bit more user-friendly. I like it.
Now let's jump to something a little more futuristic.
Zukunft Tech. I'll be honest. I love anything that gives us.
A glimpse into the future, especially when it comes to tech.
Haha, me too.
But for our listener, what kind of future does this name promise?
Zukunft Tech definitely sets a forward-looking tone.
It suggests a podcast that digs into cutting-edge fields like...
Quantum computing, artificial intelligence, and renewable energy.
But it's not just about the tech itself,
Yeah.
This name suggests exploring how these technologies...
Will impact German society. Think about jobs.
Ethics, the environment it positions the podcast as a thought leader.
Starting conversations about what the future holds.
Right, so it's not just about the gadgets and gizmos.
It's about the bigger picture. The so what of it all.
Exactly.
That's powerful.
Okay.
Now let's shift gears a bit with Tech Talk auf Deutsch.
It's straightforward, no nonsense, and you instantly know the language.
And the topic, I imagine this appeals to a certain crowd.
Absolutely. Tech Talk auf Deutsch is for German-speaking tech enthusiasts.
This name allows for different formats.
In-depth interviews, panel discussions.
Even quick news summaries, you know.
It feels like an insider's conversation.
A space for detailed discussion and debate within the German tech community.
I like that it's like a virtual hangout spot for techies.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on to Technology for Alle.
This one's really inviting. Like, it's breaking down barriers. But how would this translate into attracting a wider audience?
And what benefits could that bring to our listener?
Well, Technology for Alle has a great sense of inclusivity.
It says that tech is for everyone, not just the experts.
This could attract a diverse audience from beginners
To people who feel intimidated by technology.
by making tech accessible and easy to understand,
The listener could become a valuable resource
building a loyal following among those who want to learn.
and engage with tech.
That's almost like a public service, you know?
Demystifying technology for the everyday person.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that approach. Last but not least, we have Tech Welt Deutschland,
It's laser focused on the German tech scene.
which could be a really smart move.
What specific topics could thrive under this name?
Tech Welt Deutschland is all about exploring the German tech ecosystem
This could include anything from new startups and innovations.
to regulatory changes and industry trends.
This name could appeal to investors, entrepreneurs.
And anyone interested in the specific challenges and opportunities?
Within the German market, it positions the podcast as the go-to source.
For understanding the German tech landscape.
Wow. Going through all this makes choosing a name feel huge.
That is a big decision.
It's not just a title. It sets the tone.
Defines your audience, shapes the whole podcast journey.
You got it.
So, for those listening, as you think about these options,
Consider the kinds of conversations you want to have.
the stories you want to tell, the impact you want to make,
Which name feels most true to you?
which one gets you excited?
Choose wisely, because that name is going to be your flag.
In the world of German tech podcasting, good luck